Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Golden Brown Skin and I'm back with another YouTube video. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. If you're not already, make sure you follow my business page at Golden Brown Skin LLC for skincare, or Brown Skin Made It for custom apparel. Make sure you like this video and comment, and if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube video. Let's get into it. Yeah. Now, if you watched my last video, okay, this is in order. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, this is in order. So we're gonna go ahead and jump and get into it. Y'all already know we're doing what? The fake friend series. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, we need a name, so we're gonna call her Coco. I just want to say this, right? Coco knows that I do story time. So one thing that she used to say is, oh, I hope if we fall out, like, you don't do a story time about me talking about my house is dirty and woo 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 and all this stuff. So let me go ahead and put this out there now. I don't talk shit about people. If your house was dirty or your house was clean or anything else, that don't have nothing to do with the story. I talk about your characteristic, the type of person you are, what I dealt with when I was around you, as far as how I was treated and why the friendship or the relationship ended. That's what matters. So I don't get on here and just talk shit about people. That's what that is. So for you to even think like that, like, it's crazy. I'm not a shit talker. I'm a truth talker, okay? I talk about the facts. I talk about what happened, okay? So let's get into it, y'all. So y'all know that I ended up moving back home. I started my skincare business. I did all of the things. Y'all already know, right? I was modeling while I was in Atlanta. And so when I came back here, my mindset was, oh, I'm not going to be, I'm not gonna say, let me not cuss. I'm not gonna be ish. Like, I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, I can't make no money out here. Like, it's boring out here. Like, this is my mindset. Like, it's because Florida is nothing like Atlanta. Like, it's not fast paced. It's not like, it's just not the same. The scenery is not the same, stuff like that. I had to tell myself to get out of that mindset and stop thinking like that. So I had to push myself to go out there. Now, y'all know I had my best friend for 8 years. So we did everything together. I was not really used to going out and doing stuff by myself all the time. Even though I did do things by myself, it wasn't the same. So I was like, it's all good. I'm going to go push myself out there. So I did. We're going to call the photographer Toe. So I had met Toe. He was a photographer. I reached out to him about shooting. I had cut my hair. I dyed my hair blonde. Like, I just had a whole new different look, and I wanted to present that on camera. He had backdrops, different colors. It was a tub in there. I'm like, okay, this is a nice space. So we ended up taking our pictures there, and then we sat down after and we started talking, and I was just explaining to him that I'm from Florida. Like, I'm from here. This is where I'm from, but I don't really know too many people here, and all of the work that I have done has been in Atlanta. It has not been here in Florida. You know, I haven't done any type of networking here. I don't know anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're the first creative that I'm meeting since I've been back, because when I used to live here, I didn't do these type of things. You know, I was still in high school and I wasn't doing stuff like that. He ends up telling me how he has these events, photo shoots for models where they all come, and so he may get like an Airbnb with different rooms that may be decorated already, or the girls can come and decorate, or whatever the case may be. So he said he hosts things like that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm down to do it, because I also did custom apparel and stuff like that. And I was like, I can be able to get my own models. I can take pictures and do all these things, right? So I was like, okay, this is dope. Like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it. We was cool. I didn't have any issues with him at that time. While I was waiting on my pictures, I was just going through his page, and I seen Coco, and I was like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she looked good. Like, I need it. So they had did a few photo shoots together, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking with it. Like, this is a pretty girl. Like, this is a real pretty girl. Like, I'm intrigued. And there was a girl that I was talking to that was similar to her in stature. She was short and dark skin, and that is what I'm attracted to. So I was like, yeah, she looked good. Like, let me go ahead and follow her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I ended up following her. I believe I was liking some of her pictures. She ended up following me back, and she started liking some of my pictures and commenting and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm showing love. She's showing love back. Like, I was happy. I was excited. I ended up reaching out to her, and I ended up asking her, like, you know, hey, are you coming to Toe's photo shoot event. She was like, yeah, I'm coming. So I was super geeked. I was super excited. She was saying that she was excited to meet me. I was excited to meet her. So yeah, that's how me and Coco met each other. When I got to the photo shoot, I came with a bottle of Patron. It wasn't no huge bottle, but I came with Patron. There were other models there. They were real lit. They were all excited. It was just good vibes, good energy. Then Coco came. We seen each other. We hugged. It was like we had already knew each other. Like, it was a real good night. We ended up taking pictures in the bathroom. Like, we had already known each other for so long. Like, we taking pictures and all this stuff that we was doing, right? I'm drinking and all these things, right? So I ended up getting sick. Everybody's trying to help me. That sounds crazy, right? Giving me smoke. You know what I'm saying? They give me smoke or whatever, and they're doing all the things to try to make me feel better. I ended up going upstairs and I ended up going to sleep. Now, it was never my plan to stay the night there, but I was really sick. I can't remember if I was throwing up or not. I think I might have been throwing up too. But yeah, I was just drunk. I was done for, you know, and they had to, everybody came upstairs and was like giving me hugs and telling me good night and all that stuff. And this is not no regular Airbnb. That's just like one bedroom. So let's get into it, y'all. This is not even the main focus of the story, but this is what happened. So we're going to tell it. I'm drunk. I'm passed out, whatever. This man starts eating cookies in the middle of the night. Now, mind you, when I was in the bed, I was toe up from the flow up. Nobody was up there with me. You know, everybody came up there giving me hugs, telling me bye, all that type of stuff. Then he was trying to put his sausage in the buns. And then I was like, oh no, like, you're tripping.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
So he just stopped altogether. In the morning time, it was extremely awkward. Like, it was really awkward. I don't think we really said much to each other in the morning. But I ended up leaving. I ended up going home and stuff like that. If y'all want a more detailed story time on that, we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have to let me know if y'all want that story time or not. But yeah, so after that, me and Coco basically became cool. Like, we was talking to each other through DM and stuff like that. Now, when I met Coco, I wanted to talk to her, but she had a boyfriend. Well, she had a baby daddy. Let me say that. Well, that's still her baby daddy, but they were dating. They were in a relationship at that time. So I didn't try to like pursue her. I was single at that time. Then, if you watch my Toxic Ex story, y'all need to go check it out. If you haven't already, make sure y'all go check out my Toxic Ex story. Because after she had broke up with her baby daddy, I ended up getting into a relationship with my ex. So I was single, she wasn't. And then when she was single, I wasn't. So we just stayed cool and just remained friends. Now, while I was dating my ex, if y'all remember Zoe, I think that's why I call him Zoe. Me and Zoe was dating, and I invited Coco out with me. And Zoe had his friend with him. And so it was just us three, and then she had met us over there. Now, everything was cool, everything was fine at first when we was in the building, and then when we was outside, this what started happening, y'all. So when we got outside the club, I ended up seeing one of my friends from school. So that was crazy. Like, what's up, Ashley? I know she watches my videos, so I just want to say what's up, what's going on, how you doing, girl? Yes, it was super cool to see you. I hadn't seen you in so long, so it was a real good time. Now, so at that point, it's like 4 girls. It's me, Coco, my friend from high school, and then I can't believe if that was her friend, her sister, or her cousin that she was with, but she was with another female. We all kind of just was hanging with each other, to be honest. And I think one of the girls, her friend or sister, her cousin, whomever it was saying something to Coco, or somebody was saying something to Coco, okay, about how she looked or whatever the case may be. And she was like, oh, well, I think she's fine talking about me. Now, mind you, me and Zoe are together. So he don't like this. Like, he's thrown off by her little comments. Like, it's like little stuff that she's saying, right? And it don't bother me, but it bothers him, okay? And I'm in a relationship, so it is a little awkward because me personally, I respect people's relationship, which is why I did not pursue her when she told me that she was in a relationship. So it's like, if I'm in a relationship, I don't feel like there's certain things that you should or shouldn't be doing. So let's go ahead and start this off like this, y'all. Do not be friends with somebody that likes you or that you like them, because it's not going to work. That's not a friendship. That person is going to be jealous of everybody that's around you because they want you, but they can't have you. So let's get into it. My ex didn't like her. He didn't like her, not one bit. He didn't like nothing about her. And he just kept telling me that he didn't like her. Fast forward, my ex ended up giving me a camera and I started doing photography. And I know that Coco does photo shoots. Like I told you, I met her through Toe, the photographer. So I hit her up one day to come do photo shoots with me. And we did, I think I picked her up or she met me downtown. Either way, we were in the car together. I remember, I think I had got a ticket that day too for where I parked at. But we had did a photo shoot. We went downtown. We went into the smoke shop. We had a real good time. And this is just us like meeting each other, building relationship, rapport with each other. This was all in 2021. So I met her in January, February of 2021. The ending of 2022 is when me and my ex stopped dating. These are the few times that we hung out in 2021. We hung out probably about 3 times within that whole year. We're going into 2022. We do heavily flirt with each other and talk with each other and things like that. So eventually we start talking. We start talking more often. And I did ask her if I could take her out on a date and stuff like that. So we had actually started planning and talking. So that's how everything started. Now, this is around the time that I'm working in Kissimmee. This is when I had that white car. We start hanging out a little bit more often because I live far. First of all, I live far. I live like 2 hours away from like the main cities in Florida. So I don't really come around that often for that reason. I was working in Kissimmee, so I was much closer to her city. So one day I was like, you know what? Like, why don't I call Coco and like, you know, see what she got going on, like woo woo. Now I'm completely single by this time. 2022 was around the time that me and my ex broke up towards the end of the year. Now I did start talking to a whole nother girl, but I wanted to see what she had going on. So we had started hanging out. It was a good time. Like we had a good time. I didn't have any issues with her like during this time. So now we're getting into 2023 and we start hanging out a lot more often. We start talking. We started going out, hanging out. Now, one day we went to Kissimmee. We went out together. We had a good time. We always have a good time when we go out. We had a conversation with each other. This conversation that we had with each other was about, I guess, what type of person we are, as far as like if you're a top or a bottom or whatever the case may be. And I was just telling her like, I'm not the submissive type. And she was telling me that she's not the submissive type. So I was thinking that this was not really going to work, because I like women who are just really feminine and things like that. And I just felt like she had that nigga in her still. Like she still had that nigga in her. And I was not going for that. So we never did anything. Now we've kissed and stuff like that, but we've never did anything with each other. I wouldn't allow it. Now throughout this time in 2023 of me getting to know her, I stopped liking her. This is very important, you guys. I was no longer attracted to her in that way. I liked her. We went out, you know, I paid for everything. We would go out and stuff like that. Like she wouldn't have to worry about nothing. I was turned off by her because of things that I seen that she be doing. You can do whatever you want to do, but you can't do whatever you want to do while you with me. I was on Twitter and I seen her Twitter and all you seen was coochie everywhere.
No! No!
That's when I knew I was not interested in her. I was sad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was so sad.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I was so disappointed because I didn't know that she did all that. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. But you have 16,000 followers on Twitter that can see your coochie. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm not interested. I don't want it. So at that point in time, I stopped being into her in that way. I didn't tell her this. I didn't say anything to her because I didn't want her to feel embarrassed. I didn't want her to feel no type of way. So I kind of just like fell back and I wasn't like as persistent and as flirtatious as I would have been before. Now it's just more like giving compliments instead of really trying to like make it become something. That happens. Now I start talking to this guy. We're gonna call him Crazy because that's what he is.
Well,
So me and Crazy start talking, and Crazy lives in the same city that Coco stays in. So I thought that would be super convenient for me. Mind you, I live 2 hours away. I already told y'all, I don't live out here. This not my city. This not my parts. I'm not from over here. Like, I just be going up there to have a good time and come back home. Like, that's it. So me and Crazy, we start talking. We start dating, I guess you can say. I wouldn't say that we was in a relationship because we weren't in a relationship. He was just like a trick. That's all he was. It wasn't like we had a real relationship, but that's who I would be around. That's who I would hang around. Me and Crazy had got into it. During this time frame, Crazy really liked me and really wanted to be with me, or whatever the case may be. So he was like, he didn't ask me to move in, but he kind of did. He was just like, that he wants me, like, he cleared a whole space in his closet. And he was like, oh yeah, I want you to have like stuff here. So when you come here, well, mind you, I live 2 hours away. So I was just like, it's cool, like whatever. He had bought a dresser for me, and he had bought hangers for me. And then I have a lot of clothes. So I was like, that's fine with me. Like, I brought some of my stuff over there so that I could be able to change and do however. So I would stay over there like 2 weeks at a time, maybe 3 weeks at a time, and then come back home, wash my clothes, whatever the case may be, rechange my clothes, and then I would go back over there. And then that's kind of how it was for me and him. Him and I had gotten into an altercation, and I was not driving at that time. So I had called Coco because I'm like, oh yeah, Coco lives in this city, so I can call her. So, because I was not ready to go home. Call Coco or whatever, and she said it's okay for me to come to the house. So I come over there, I got all my stuff with me, my bags with my clothes in it and all my stuff. And I'm telling her everything that's happening. Like, I'm telling her this, telling her that, ooh, all this stuff. Me and Coco end up going out downtown, and Crazy ends up meeting me downtown, and he gives me some money or whatever. And I throw some to Coco, because, thank you for, letting me come over here. I got all my stuff with me. Like, what I'm saying? I had just got into it with this person, woo, woo, all this stuff. Like, what I'm saying? I live 2 hours away. Like, so thank you. That's what that, for me, that's what that was. Now, one day, one of my friends, well, I wouldn't even call her a friend, but one day, this girl that I knew asked me to come to a video shoot, and I asked Coco if she wanted to come, and she said yes. So we all went to the video shoot. So at this time, I was at Crazy's house, and he was letting me drive his car and stuff. So I had his car, and after the event, the girl wanted to go to the strip club, and I was like, I'm kind of like talking to somebody right now, and this ain't my car, this their car. They want to go all the way somewhere that's like an hour and 40 minutes away. So I'm like, you know what? The thing is, Crazy was having a party at his house that night. So I was telling him that I was going to come back to join his party. And I was a little tempted to go to the strip club, but I was like, I got his car. I'm not going to do that. So me and Coco drove back with me to Crazy's house. Coco was lit this night. I ain't gonna lie. She was lit. She was turned. She was thrilled. Other people are there. So we start playing drinking games and all this stuff. Everything was good. We didn't have no problems, no issues, no nothing. When it was time for everybody to go home, Crazy said that he would take Coco home. He asked me where her house was, but I did not give him her address. I gave him the address to a McDonald's by her house, and then I redirected him from there, right? Now, later, Crazy came and told me that he knew who Coco was because he followed her on Facebook. This did not throw me no type of way because there was a guy that I was involved with that told me some things about Coco before I even started hanging out with her. So a lot of people, like, if I was to say her name, oh, I know her, oh, she do this, oh, she do that, like, that's what people would say. But for me, I don't know you. I'm not just going to listen to what somebody else is telling me, like, because that, whatever you're doing don't have nothing to do with me. I don't care. So that's that. Around this time, I'm hanging out with Coco and I'm hanging out with Crazy. We're not all hanging out together, but because I'm in their city, this is who I'm hanging out with when I'm not home. Here's the big bang, y'all. Me and Crazy, we stopped talking. I decide that I don't want to talk to him no more. I don't like how he acts. He's crazy. And if y'all want a story time, y'all can ask. I'll give y'all story time. He's literally crazy. He felt some type of way about me not wanting to be with him. And so he had to sign himself up. Well, let me not lie. His mother signed him up to go to the crazy house. He came to my house. He showed me all the paperwork. I have all the paperwork, right? He was telling me that I would have to email him and all these things and woo woo woo, right? Because I wouldn't be able to get in contact with him, and he was going to be in there for about a month or so. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So he was going through a lot mentally. He was saying that he felt like he failed at everything at life, and I was the one thing that he felt like was going good. And then I guess when I told him I didn't want to like date no more, he felt some type of way. Now, while he's in this facility, he's locked up and he's not able to communicate or talk with people or do anything like that. I'm on to the next. Like, I'm on to the next doing my thing. We're getting to like August of 2023. I'm not worried about Coco. I'm not interested in her. I don't want to be with her. Like, I already know that's not what I want. So I ends up talking to Grills. You know, I meet Grills. We start talking or whatever. Nothing too major. Now, one day, I'm hanging out with Grills and we ends up getting into a car accident, right? This is a whole different story time. Like, if y'all gonna get a story time on this, because all of this is crazy. We ends up getting into a car accident. And he got mad and started blaming it on me. Like, it's my fault that we got into a car accident because you was driving. You know what I'm saying? You was driving. I didn't touch the wheel. I wasn't even speaking to you. Me and his cousin was going back and forth with each other, and Grills was drunk, not driving how he should have been driving, and that was on him and not on me. I was calling Coco and I'm telling her like, oh yeah, like I wanted to see if she could come get me because I'm in Kissimmee and this butt nigga just wrecked his car. He's trying to blame it on me and now he's trying to get into it with me. Like, I don't have time for this, woo, woo, woo. Right? But I ends up getting, if y'all watch the Toxic X video, then y'all know I ends up getting Zoe to come pick me up. So Zoe come and pick me up. Grills is mad. Like, Grills is mad. And I gave Grills $100. I said, you think you're finna wreck your car, blame it on me, try to get into it with me and leave me out here? Like, bitch, you're slow. Like, I called my ex came and got me. I gave Grills here $100 and I called the tow company to come pick up his car and I left, bitch. I'm not finna be, no, bitch, bye, fuck nigga, bye. I even gave you $100. Like, I didn't have to, I gave you a whole bill. I didn't have to do that. But I did that anyways. Now, this same night, while I was on the phone with her, she had called me. Mind you, I'm lit. I'm turned. Like, my mind is gone. She called me. She's telling me something about Crazy. She thinks she met Crazy and he owe her money and all this stuff. But I don't know what she's talking about. I'm drunk, y'all. I'm lit. I'm turned. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. So we get off the phone. So I end up asking her if she was okay. I told her I'm sorry for what Crazy had did to her. She was asking me for his address and I told her we can fuck him up together. Yada yada. We was talking about the facility and I also ended up giving her gas money, y'all. I text her probably about like 3 days later because I had really like had to sit down and I had to like really reevaluate and think about this shit. And I asked her, did you and Crazy have sex? And she was like, no. So, because I'm confused. Like, I'm confused, right? So, we get on the phone, and this what happened, y'all. We get on the phone, and she was like, oh, yeah. Mind you, let me say this. Crazy got into a major car accident a few years ago where he had to relearn how to do everything in life. And he has a hole here to where he has to wear a trach thing or whatever, right? So he actually covers it up with like, you know, just like he got something like this that you just wrap around your neck So he be like this, right? He got something covering his neck all the time. What my point is, he's not hard to see. You know who the fuck that is, bitch. Like, you know who that is. You know who that is. Like, he not hard to, come on now.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Anyways, y'all, she on the phone. Oh yeah, I met up with Crazy, and I didn't know if it was him, and I couldn't really tell if it was him or not. Woo woo.
Huh?
We did the do, and he was supposed to give me money, but he never sent me the cash app. He never sent me the money. Oh, this nigga's a fuck nigga. He's a this, he's a that. Woo woo, all this stuff, you know. And I'm shocked. Like, I'm just I just asked you in text message, and then you said no. And you was talking about how he tried to do it with no condom on. But I'm confused, right? Because he is locked up in the crazy house. So there's no way that this can be happening. That doesn't even make sense, right? And she was so, but the thing is, she was so sure that it was him by her anger, but her words were coming out as, oh no, it wasn't him. Woo, woo, it wasn't him, or I don't know, it was him. Oh, fuck him. He owed me money. Like, he put in the cash app and I never got nothing, and woo, woo, woo. Well, is that not what you get for trying to fuck my trick? Thinking he was gonna give you money and he just gave you dick? Well, fucking well, bitch. You can't lie. You can't lie. You can't lie. But I'm not mad because I done already moved on. And like I told y'all, I wasn't in a relationship with this person. Coco does only friends. So there's a lot of people that know who she is. That's the point that I'm getting at, y'all. A lot of people know who she is. A lot of people done seen her insides and her outsides for free and for paid. So I'm just like, dang, like, that's crazy. Like, it's nothing I can do. Like, they don't have nothing to do with me. Crazy ends up getting out the crazy house, right? I'm going off on him like, oh, you met up with what's her name, woo woo, and all this stuff. And he was like, no, I didn't. Like, oh, no, I didn't. Like, how would I be able to do that? Blah, 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 this, that, and third. So him and I had got into it or whatever, because I was confused on why he was trying to talk to me anyways. And plus, I was already talking to somebody else, so it didn't really matter. You know, I'm like, leave me alone anyways. Like, even if it was true or not, leave me alone. So one day we are getting into it through text message. I'm basically calling him GAY, telling him that he wanted me to put my strap in him and all this stuff, right? He was talking about how he had been to Coco's house before and all this stuff, right? So I'm screenshotting it and I'm sending it to her. And then she's like, oh, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, he's a fucking weirdo, blah, blah, blah. So that's that. Me and him is again to it. We don't speak, whatever. Now, one day, I get a call from a blocked number. I don't answer it. Then Coco gets a message from Crazy's brother saying that Crazy wants to talk to her to call him. So she screenshots and send it to me or whatever. Crazy gets on the phone. I'm like, oh, why the F are you calling us? Like, why are you being weird? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you say you didn't do this and do that. Like, why are you calling us? Right? Well, like, why are you calling? Like, why are you doing this weird shit? So he gets on the phone. He was like, oh, basically saying he's been going to church and he's trying to change his life around. So he's trying to apologize to all the people that he ever did something wrong to.
It was a f***ing lie.
Now, mind you, him and I had a whole conversation. He kept saying he didn't do this and he didn't do that. So you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Why would you have to reach out to her and apologize for anything? Like, that don't even make any sense.
Somebody ain't doing the math right.
I call her and I'm talking to her and I'm telling her, you know what I'm saying? Well, we're all finna get on the phone and you finna cuss him out. And that's what she did. So I got them on the phone. So it's all three of us on the phone. Mind you, I'm doing all of this while I'm at Grill's house. Grill keep asking me like, oh, what's going on? What's wrong? Like, who are you arguing with? Like, da 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 da. I'm bad, right? So anyways, I'm just listening to them argue. Crazy is just going back and forth with her, calling her names. She's calling him names. She's cussing him out in Creole. She's saying she's gonna put voodoo on him, all this stuff, woo woo, right? So she's going crazy, going off on him. So eventually we all ends up getting off the phone. After that, that's pretty much it. Now check this out. She sent me a screenshot talking about she found his mama on Facebook. But look at the Facebook. It say that you and Crazy is friends on Facebook. Then it say you got 3 unread messages from him on Facebook. Y'all, be fucking for real.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So after this, me and Crazy ends up having a conversation through Facebook Messenger, and we ends up low-key getting into it. He says that somebody came and broke into his house. Correction, got a phone call. And then I was like, well, why the fuck you think it's me? I live 2 hours away from you. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? So he basically starts accusing Coco of doing this. Now, mind you, Coco was very upset that she was used and she didn't receive the money that she thought she was going to receive.
Gotcha, bitch.
She was asking me for his address, and I was just saying, well, I don't know what she got going on. Like, whatever she got going on or whatever she's doing don't have nothing to do with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was saying that the person on the, like, somebody was on the phone cursing him out, saying that they was going to do this and that to him or whatever he was saying that they had a real strong accent talking about Coco because she's not American and all of this stuff. And he was just so mad at me, like, oh, well, I don't want to talk to somebody who hangs out with somebody like that and woo, 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 all this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, bro. Like, it's all cool, whatever.
I ain't tripping, B. Do your shit, B. When I do my shit, don't have a heart attack, though. I want you to see this shit. Don't down me. When I do my little shit, I want you to see this shit.
That's done. Now we're in like September, October. Now, I knew of one of her friends. She told me that she had friends that she been friends with since school. So we're gonna call her friend Lay. October, around Halloween time, went out of town to Jacksonville for, I think it was 2 days, and then I was gonna go back home. But I was like, oh, let me stop in Orlando and hang out with Coco. Now, when I was going to hang out with Coco was on Halloween. I didn't know that she had actual Halloween plans because I didn't plan on dressing up as anything. So I took an Uber from the bus station coming from Jacksonville to her house, right? So when I got there, Lay was there, and it was our first time meeting each other. And Lay gonna tell me that she thought that I was stuck up. Like, how? You don't even know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know me. You never had a conversation with me or nothing. Like, how can you say that about me?
We don't do that here.
That's neither here nor there. So let's get into it, y'all. When I came back, Coco was asking if I could help her pay her rent or whatever. So I gave her a couple $100. I think I gave her $300, I want to say, and I gave her $100 bills. So I think I gave her, I think I gave her $300. I think I gave her about $300 or whatever to help her towards her rent. So we ended up going out that night. It was a good night. I ended up going to Walmart and picking up like just some little clothes that I could wear, throw on, do a little Halloween outfit, whatever. And that's what I ended up doing. After that, we basically started hanging out all the time. Her birthday is in November. She wanted to go to EDC, so I paid for my ticket and I paid for her tickets, and she was very appreciative. Now, I don't know if she knew that around this time frame that I was not still interested in her in that way, but she was like, you know, making it known, and she was asking me if I wanted to be her man and all this stuff like that. Now, her birthday's in November. My birthday is in December. So my birthday came, and she came out for my birthday. I went out to eat for my birthday, and she came. She bought me a gift. She bought me a bag. She gave me a couple dollars, or maybe about 50, 40. I think she probably gave me $100 or a little less. I can't remember. She gave me a birthday card. She gave me a birthday bear, and she had like a huge balloon, and it was a good time. I enjoyed it. What I explained to her was, because, you know, I had my birthday with my sugar daddy. He was there. He, you know, provided the dinner, said I could have a friend and all this stuff. So we had a very heartwarming conversation. This is what I told her. I told her that I had judged her based off of the things that she was doing. So one thing about me, I'm me. I cannot not be me. So I told her how I felt. Like, you know, I felt some type of way, but I had to look at myself too. I may not do what you do, but I have sugar daddies. You know what I'm saying? I got tricks and shit like that. So I can't be too judgmental. And I had a breakdown. We cried. You know what I'm saying? It was a touching thing. And so how we felt in that moment was, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you my little hoe friend. Like, you my little hoe friend. Like, whatever, right? So it's cool. Like, I can do my little hoe shit when I'm with you, right? That's that. We basically was just hanging out a lot after that. In December, on my actual birthday, my dad reached out to me and he wanted to get me a rental for my birthday. So he asked me, you know, to sign up and all these things. So I was able to get a BMW rental. And I had different rentals. So every month I would return, I would have the cars for 30 days and he would let me get another car. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let me put my glasses on, right? So we're ending the year off that is the end of our 2023, and we're getting ready to step into 2024. 2024 is when everything just went downhill and just, you know what I'm saying? So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video and make sure you comment down below. Part 2 will be coming out soon, okay? Like this video and comment and give it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on my business pages, make sure you follow me at Golden Brown Skin LLC for skincare and Brown Skin Made It for custom apparel. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Yay!